I gotta go to the drugstore.
Let's go.
It's my father's birthday today. So what do you think I should get him? Some kind of aftershave lotion or something? Do you think he'd like that?
I don't know. He's your father. The only thing I know about him is he doesn't like me.
Oh, David, don't worry about that, okay? He will.
He thinks I'm weird.
He thinks you're irresponsible. Every time we go out, I come home late.
Well, look, there's always been a good reason for that. Like the time my father's car broke down. Look, I didn't know that was going to happen.
You don't have to convince me, okay? He doesn't understand your music.
Oh, now what's wrong with my music?
Oh, David, come on. 35. I don't have $35.
Well, if you want a European cologne, you're going to have to spend more. The French aftershaves cost more because of extra taxes on imported goods.
Well, how about getting him a brand that isn't imported, if it's just as good?
Yeah.
It'll cost less if you do. How about this? And there are no extra taxes on domestic aftershaves.
Ah, great. I'll take it. Thank you. I hope he likes it. He's been so uptight lately.
Because of me?
No. Because he wants to leave the mill and start his own restaurant.
You're kidding.
I wish I was. I just know he's going to want me to help him after school, in the evenings, and the weekends.
Great.
Thank you. Hi, Dad.
Hey, baby.
Dad, I got you something.
Carolyn. Well, I did it, sweetheart. I quit the mill.
You did?
Yep. And you know what else? All this market research I've been doing these past few months has me convinced I can make a go of it with my own restaurant.
Well, how are we going to get the money to buy a whole restaurant? Don't you have to buy equipment and stuff?
Well, I've checked, and we can get most of it secondhand, so it won't cost as much. Of course, we'll have to get a loan from the bank to buy the actual building.
A big loan.
A big loan, yeah, but it'll also mean big advantages in terms of taxes. Well, for one thing, we can deduct our business expenses from our business income.
Deductions.
Yeah, that's right. They reduce the amount of income we have to pay taxes on.
Like the deductions we get from our interest payments on our home mortgage.
Yeah, but home mortgage interest deductions are to encourage home ownership rather than encouraging you, starting your own business.
Well, of course, you're going to have to pay more taxes, too, right?
Right, there'll be payroll taxes like unemployment, Social Security, but taxes and loans are just part of running your own business.
Happy birthday, Dad.
I forgot. Carolyn. Aftershave. It's just what I needed. Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
Well, I didn't make you a cake or anything like Mom used to.
Hey. You did all right. I didn't even remember it was my birthday.
I wish Mom was here.
So do I, Carolyn. So do I. So, you picked this out by yourself?
David helped.
David. I thought you weren't going to see him anymore.
I never said that.
I just don't approve of him, Carolyn. He's weird.
He's not weird. He's an artist.
You call that music art?
It is art.
Well, once we get our restaurant off the ground, you'll be so busy you won't be able to see him anymore. If we're going to be as successful as I think, I'm going to need a partner. Look, if you work with me on this, sweetheart, I know I can make a go of it. What do you say, Carolyn?
Okay, Dad.
My parents ran a restaurant. I grew up around food. I know the business.
I'm sure you do, Mr. Parrish. And it's clear you've given a lot of thought to starting up this business. But we do need some additional information.
Such as?
We have to know the location of your business. That helps us determine how much of a loan is justified.
How?
Well, certain areas of the city have been designated redevelopment zones. You could get a tax break if you locate there.
Well, the interest of my loan will be a deductible business expense, won't it?
Yes, that tax break reduces expenses and encourages businesses to expand. Oh, something else you should know. You can write off capital business expenses up to $10,000 for any business property or equipment you put into service after 1986.
Like a new stove or refrigerator?
Right. If you get a tax deduction, your profits will be higher and you'll be in a better position to repay your loan. It's not as good as a tax credit, but it helps.
A tax credit is worth more than a tax deduction?
That's right. A tax credit reduces your tax bill by 100% of the credit, but a tax deduction reduces your bill by only a fraction equal to your tax rate. For example, if your tax rate is 20%, a $100 deduction would reduce your tax bill by $20. But a tax credit of $100 reduces your tax bill by the entire $100.
I don't know if you'd be interested in a diner, but this one is in excellent shape.
Well, how much is it?
Well, a little more than you had in mind. But this area is a big city redevelopment zone, so you'll get a big break on your property taxes.
That's what the bank officer told us.
Right. The reason you get a tax abatement in this area is to encourage businesses to bring new jobs into the community. You put your restaurant here, you'll save money and probably get your loan. Well, here it is.
What do you think, sweetheart?
Let's take a look inside.
Oh, like it?
You bet. Carolyn?
Needs a little work, Dad.
This is exactly what I had in mind, but so much money.
I know. That's because there aren't any pollution controls in this older line of equipment, and the city has special taxes on equipment without pollution controls. Let me show you a newer model down here. Now, don't forget, you can deduct up to $10,000 on the cost of certain business property from your taxes, and this stove qualifies.
This one costs a lot less, Dad.
You like it?
I guess. I mean, I'm not a cook, so.
You will love cooking on this one.
Things are just really hectic right now. You wouldn't believe it.
So, when am I going to get to see you again?
I don't know. Maybe there'll be like time after I finish my homework, but before I go to work.
Oh, great. That's when the group rehearses.
Look, David, I'm sorry. I've got to go. Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, then. Just a couple things.
Sure.
You're gonna love this spaghetti tonight. I promise
Dad?
you. Yeah.
I know we're busy, but do you think I could leave a couple hours early tonight to go to the movies?
Are you kidding me? Do you think I can handle this place by myself?
Hey, Rob, French fries and gravy.
They'll be here, Dave. Don't worry. Now, look, as soon as I can afford it, I'm going to hire some help. Just hang in there, okay? I know you've been working hard.
Dad! We planned this weeks ago.
Who's we?
David and me.
The answer's no. There are 2 customers at the register, Carolyn.
That'll be $9.90.
$9.90. We forgot about sales tax. You have 45 cents.
No, I told you I'm broke.
You never have any money. Could you take out one of the French fries, please?
Sure. That'll be $8.92. Thank you.
Thanks.
This sales tax may be raising money for the state, but it's sure losing money for us. sorry, David.
Hello, Rob's Diner.
Sorry, folks, we're closing. 5 minutes more, sweetheart, and we're out of here.
Carolyn! Carolyn!
Carolyn! Carolyn, get in the car.
No.
Please.
I said no.
You want to catch pneumonia?
I'm walking home.
Don't be ridiculous. You're getting soaked.
Just leave me alone.
I want to talk to you.
I've worked in your stupid diner all night. What more do you
Look,
want?
I'm sorry about the night. I know you wanted to go to the movies, but I needed you.
You don't care about me.
Oh, of course I do, baby. But don't you see? We have more business than we can handle. We're a success.
Great.
What does that mean?
The diner is your dream, not mine.
Well, what do you suggest I do?
Hire someone else.
Okay, I will. As soon as I can afford to. I promise. No, really. Sweetheart, I will. Now. I promise. Yeah, but then I have to pay payroll taxes, Social Security, workman's compensation, and unemployment for a third person. And who can we get who's responsible and willing to work the crazy hours that we do?
I know just the person.
So what do you think, Dad?
He's trying very hard. Customers seem to like him.
Well, how about you?
He grows on you.
You know, Mr. Parrish, according to my business teacher, there's a couple of ways you can invest your profits from this place, depending on how you're influenced by taxes.
That's right, Dad. Think about how many of our decisions about the diner are influenced by taxes.
Yeah, I know.
Well, so like I was saying, Mr. Parrish.
Right. You're going to tell me a bunch of ways I can invest my profits.
Well, there's a money market fund. They pay a high rate of interest.
Interest that's taxable.
Right. Well, so a second option would be to invest in a tax-exempt mutual fund.
But then the interest rate is lower.
But the interest is tax exempt.
Hey. I thought this diner was my dream.
Our dream, Dad. We're partners, remember?
All right, you two, get back to work.
The content of Understanding Taxes was developed in cooperation with the Joint Council on Economic Education and school and economic education agencies from the entire United States. Funding was provided by the Internal Revenue Service. Facilities for this production were provided by Steve Yeager Films. This program was produced in cooperation with Action Productions Incorporated. Understanding Taxes was produced by the Agency for Instructional Technology.